for MasterCard. For example, if I take the electronic point of sale device, you cannot release an electronic payment device if it is not certified by Visa, MasterCard, and PCI Pay, for example. And in this mobile banking industry, there is no international regulatory, which means what? For example, CBN has awarded license. Who is going at the end of the day to tell me that your system is secure? Someone else's system is secure. Who is going to tell us? Who is going to certify and say, this one, I assure you that you can use it and everything will work perfectly. So I don't think that's a peculiarity of Nigeria because it's at an international level. And the US, they are discussing a lot to see how they can implement international regulatory body for mobile banking. So I will not say that's the fantastic solution, but at least what we try to do, we implemented in, I can say worldwide, we implemented in countries where financial inclusion is a real battle, like in India, like in the Middle East, in South Africa as well, Kenya, because we are talking about Kenya. I think the most important to retain in this is, what is biometric? Biometric is not about your PIN you know, because your PIN you can give it to me, I can steal it, you can give it to your daughter, to anybody who can go and claim for the services when he cannot be normally able to claim for it. Biometric is about what you are. What you are, even if I want to be it, I cannot be it. Your fingerprint, I cannot steal it. Who you are, I cannot be it. So it means the authentication itself is yourself. If you don't go there to do your transaction, the transaction cannot be completed. That's what biometric is about, to just put it in a nutshell. And to fight illiteracy, you don't need to know how to write, how to read, to put your thumb finger on a fingerprint scanner. And the probability to find two identical fingerprints is, I can say, almost zero, because it's, I don't know how to say that in English, but 10 power minus 23 to find two identical fingerprints. I went to CBN and I met people who told me, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Someone came here and explained to us that fingerprint is no longer working. They are using the hand vein biometric system. I say, well, for me, we really have to be critical. When someone comes to me and says, this is not working, you will have to explain me first why it's not working before taking it for granted. And I think that's one of the major challenges we are facing in Africa and particularly in Nigeria, because people are always saying it's not working. But, okay, it's not working. What are the problems? Once we have the problem, let us try to sort them out. And not just keeping saying it's not working. Things are working, because if biometric fingerprint was not working, we will not have it in, I don't know, CIA as an access point mean. We will not have it in, I mean, anywhere you go, you find it. The problem is now how to implement it, because things are not just about technology, it's about person. It's about knowing the culture where we are and how we can push technology. Because as the CBN representative said, we really need to move from this cash-based society to the cashless society. Yes, I think this will answer to one question someone asked around here. To say, is the platform NIMS is putting in place open platform? You are completely right to ask this question. Because if a platform is just there, and you cannot connect to the platform, it's completely useless. And if technically they have their own protocol, they have their own everything, and maybe who is the one on top of all these people telling us, this one, you have to open up for him to be able to connect, because at the end of the day, if there is no competition, obviously the system will not work. We all know it, because that's what we are facing in the traditional electronic payments. If there is monopoly, it will not work. So if they have this system, who is going to decide that you have the right to connect, you have the right not to connect? And that's very wonderful to talk about that. But connectivity problem is a real issue in Nigeria. So we have the central database. How are you going to manage if you don't have another way to validate identity? This is just to compare actually all the biometric system we use for authentication and payment. You can, next one, please. Next one. I think this, if you have questions on biometric certificate, we can come back on it. What I just wanted to say, at least, is this is just a case study of what we have done in India for financial inclusion, where we have deployed 25 biometric POS within 2 years, and more than, I think, 18 million people are connected and are taking advantage of mobile payments. And thank you very much. This is just a case study to say that maybe it's not the perfect solution, and we cannot do drag and drop, but we can use what we have done and try to see how we can implement it as well in Nigeria to tackle those scams. Just one next slide. This is what I call as a conclusion, beyond payment. Because everything is not just for people to get access to cash. Once they have the cash, what are they going to do with it? Are we still, for me it's exactly replicating what we are doing now with the ATM. You go, you collect cash, or you go to the bank directly, you collect your cash, you keep it in your wallet, and you are spending it small. That's not what we want to do. Financial inclusion is not about just getting access to cash. I think those people, they are already getting access to cash. What we are trying to do is the philosophy of point of services. The agent should be a location where if you go there, you collect cash, but you can spend the cash there as well. And everything is about card. Mobile payment for me is something that is supposed to go with card industry as well. Because we talk about the national ID card, which should be a chip card, and with multi-purpose. Why not? Because the agent can be the one selling healthcare insurance, selling top-up, selling lottery, selling whatever it is, everything based on the card. I think that's what people are waiting for, and not just to be able to transfer money and get cash. Thank you very much. I have been a bit long. Thank you.